Chavani. We'll get our extra colonist. Yes! I thought it would take a little longer, to be honest. This is where the whole situation turns around. Alicious says, won't the colonial nation see you as weak and declare independence? I was going to say it later, but I might as well say it now. There is an oversight where if you are pagan and you have a pagan colonial nation, the colonial nation cannot declare war on you of their own accord. The only way they can declare war on you is if they get 100% liberty desire. Even if you're an OPM and they have 50 million provinces, if you're pagan and they are pagan, they can't declare war on you. Again, unless they get 100% liberty desire, because that's automatic. Ah, finally. Let's sort our nation out a little bit, shall we? By, for example, getting another colonist. And plummeting further into bankruptcy by having another colony on the go. And with that, I can stop focusing on dips so much. I can start thinking about more important things. Now, do we go military or do we go administration? The trouble is, I don't know how good my next king is going to be. I'd rather base it on that. So let's... I kind of hope this guy dies soon. He's brilliant. But for future planning, I need to know how good my next guy is going to be. Holy smokes, he's the second fastest man alive. I think he styles himself after... Adolf Johann Sandals the Good, aka Uncle Adolf, from the Swedish Shamanist Domination game. We have no mission. Jake colonized Kodiak, but we have Kodiak colonized. We got an event that sent a colony there, and we added a colonist just for extra. Bankruptcy is important. If you're always at the bottom, the only way is up. Okay, that's going to be good night, this fleet. I didn't think we'd take so much damage down here. Oh well. Explore all you can, my friend. Oh no, we ain't losing that mercantilism. No. I don't want to lose 50 dip either. Okay, goodbye mercantilism. I took a massive financial loss by supporting free mercantilist thinking earlier. I will not be doing that again. I don't hold grudges. Jake, lazy colonist. What? No, I don't. I have a lazy merchant, I'll give you that. But that's because I can't send him anywhere. No, can't send him anywhere. Thought Nippon had opened up to me, but no. Adolf, after being lost in Siberia when DDR Jake removed the policy, decided to create a trib. Jake, could you please explain why pagan colonial nations cannot declare war on the pagan overlords? See, this is a good question. Well done, Dunkoto. Normally I get lots of stupid questions like, Jake, what is the best national idea in the game? Or, Jake, how do I win as Theodoro? I'm so babby I want someone to feed difficult strats to me. No. Pagan nations are locked out from declaring war on other primitives that they do not border. That overrides the ability to declare war on their colonial overlords. So they look at the overlord and they go, oh wait, they're pagan, I can't declare war on them. Obviously you need to not have a border with them, but that shouldn't be a problem with your colonial nation. Unless you do the trick of feeding them European provinces, but we'll go into that later. Jake, don't forget to colonize Australia and call it Bogan. I prefer to call it Disappointment Hill. Okay, bankruptcy on its way. Let's pause this time before it happens. And it will happen very soon. Very soon indeed. And again, there's not really much I can spend my everything on. But you know what I can do? I can stab right up. And then... yeah, let's get rid of some of that inflation as well. And, yeah. When will you do a Theodoro Greyskin world conquest? It's like you people want me to be ill. I should do what Gabe does and delay Half-Life 3 every time someone makes a fat joke. It's really funny to see that if I pay more for my colonies, I lose more settlers. And if I pay less, I lose more settlers. But if we just pay it right in the middle, that sweet spot right there, they do not gain nor lose any men. The Arctic ones will, but neither of these are Arctic. They'll just grow at the rate of, well, the regular rate. Okay, we managed to summon a few more loans for us. Just as probably planned. Jake, get some explorers and generals. How many? All of them? Good idea. Sort them by fire. 3's the best. Shock, 3's the best. Maneuver. Good old Gurgin Axis. But we have no boats, and we have no armies, so they're a little worthless right now. So goodbye. You should delay that subscriber multiplayer game every time someone talks about Greyskin. Lucky, you, sometimes you come up with some great ideas. Also, Lucky, how do you feel about playing a bit of Freedom Wars with me and Tandy shortly? Honestly, I think we should wrap up this not much happening stream quite soon, and I'm keen to play a bit more Freedom Wars. I thought that was my monarch dying, but no, it's just good old bankruptcy rearing its head again. Jake, are you going to try Heartsfire 4 when it is out? If Heartsfire 4 is any good, yeah, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to try to get good at it. Also, did Japan lose a war there? What's that? Otomo managed to get free. No, I knew. Alright, I knew have this covered. Jake, do you prefer one large colonial nation or multiple smaller colonial nations? I'm not sure. Now that they've removed the whole elections thing, I think one large one. Yeah, one large one. Unfortunately, that's pretty tricky to work out. Well, maybe not tricky, but it's a pain to sell everything you colonize to them. At least now you can designate them land in wars. Oh, baby. We don't see anything from the extra settlers per year, but the settler chance is what it's all about. Somehow, Jake, I knew it was going to happen. Doctor, please. You're killing me. Re1 says, why are you losing so much money? We're not losing any money. At least we're not losing any of our own money. Somebody keeps lending it to us and we go, well, hey, you gotta spend money to make money. And sure enough, our income is better than I think it's ever been. Check that. Okay, it was slightly better a while ago, but minor details. All that revolt in Ming's doing just fine for themselves, really. I just had a thought. We're not producing any unknown around here, are we? Naval supplies, fish. Fish. and fur. No complaints from me. Let's keep wasting someone else's money. Jake, do you plan on forming any nations playthrough? Or is it going to stay Chavs so we can have Chav in Great... Well, that's the whole idea. I want to have Chavs in Great Britain. That's why we're playing as Chav Chavani. If I formed Qing or Prussia or something, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. That's the reason it's called the Chav invasion of England. Jake, are there any nations that form after 1444 that you would like to play as, such as Danzig or Krakow? Yes, I would quite like to play as Sulu. Very similar colour to Ryukyu, and come to think of it, also a minor island around here. But at least they have a half-decent religion. And pagans have it so rough, and you do not want to be pagan these days. It's a hard life. Jake, are you doing now like the first Ryukyu EU4 attempt to Europe through the New World? Well, here's the thing. I can either go this way and run into Muscovy, or I can go through the New World and go straight for England. All I need to do is carve my way through Canada, and we know that England falls like a sack of chavs. Oh my, that new colony we started, it's not looking so hot. Come on guys, breed, stop dying to the cold. 9 people, made in 33. Probably best not working that one out. Bring on the bankruptcy. We'll never tech up at this rate. It goes so far as to say we're probably some of the worst in the world other than New Worlders. Well, at least we'll be able to enjoy a pretty good neighbourhood bonus when we stop going bankrupt. Jake, if the goal is just England, is this going to be a pretty short run? Well, here's my thinking. When I played Shekel Master, after a while it just got to the stage of I'm just stomping around here. I've learnt the game. I'm not really feeling it anymore. So I'm thinking more campaigns that are shorter but to the point might be a better structure to take. I don't know why people keep on coming back to watching the blobbing, but I don't care. If I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. The stream is for me, not for you. Never forget that. So if I think, or I'm told of, a pretty fun idea, I'll go, yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not going to continue and just stomp all over the world because I can. I mean, we all saw how easily Mogadishu defeated France, right? Yeah. I took Ile de Frogs, no problem. I'll never forget what Lucas from our multiplayer group said when we were taking over the world as Pink Nations. He said, we went against every code we follow for this war. Blobbing, ugly borders, and blobbing. For what purpose? Speaking of for what purpose, EU4 has just crashed. Okay. I would normally take that as a sign to quit, but we're gonna take it back up because there's still a bit more to do. In fact, this might be an ideal time for a water break, so I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Just as I was getting up to leave the room, I saw that message. It said, "Lies, you made it crash because you suck." I'll admit, I laughed quite heartily. Just before some people might be looking at this thinking that I've been playing as France, this is somebody else's France game that they sent to me because they wanted Iron Man removed from the game. You can still irrevocably remove, or rather irreversibly remove Iron Man from your games. So if you have a game that you really want to continue, but you need Iron Man removed to do so, feel free to send it to me. I'll do it to you just like I did for this guy. But let's not poke around with that. The stream isn't ending. It'll keep going for a wee while longer. Back to Chavs everywhere. Chav Shivani. Oh, jeez, okay. That's right. I forgot. We're still on the launcher. How's that then? Okay, let's try that again. I wouldn't have to go into it since none of you saw it. Okay, anyway. Somebody sent me their Iron Man France game, and they wanted Iron Man removed from it. It's an irreversible procedure, but if you want an Iron Man game to continue like this guy did, feel free to zip it up and send it to me. You can just send me like a Twitch message or something. Ta-da! Definitely not just covering up that this is me playing as France, trying to be the big guy. Hello, Fry lad. Now playing Europa Universalis launcher. Alright, let's get back to it. Still target of the coalition of Ming. Oh dear. Now. Good, we passed by the same point. Sometimes I worry that it might be a recurring, what's it? A recurring crash. Censor that sick filth. Now, somebody worked hard on that. Doctor is in love with that France. For shame. We know it's not yours, Jake. I mean, look at it. It's not bankrupt. You don't know that from looking at it. Don't worry, I'm happy to go bankrupt when it's all part of the plan. Yeah. Plan. DDR Jake, if you watch football, what club do you support in the BPL? I have no idea what a BPL is. Probably because I don't watch football. Natives not assisting. I think that used to cost you 25 or 50 ducats, but now it's tied to your income, much like the good wool one is. Quality wool is no longer 25 ducats. Jake, what kind of music do you listen to? Well, if you show up early for a stream, I sometimes play some of it. Tiny province here. Udi. Gee, I'm actually quite looking forward to stomping around in Asia, getting to know the place a bit better. We cut it short in India, and to be honest, I don't think India got much love in Art of War. But oh my, everything east of Bengal, everything east and north of Bengal sets the loins ablaze. Maybe we should give up on Chavs and try forming Tibet instead. We were going to form Tibet as Sarig Yogir, if I'm not mistaken. And since this has been nothing but bankruptcy the run, that might not be a bad idea. Okay, how long until we go bankrupt? This is somewhat important. We have a little while yet. Jake, if you colonize Australia, name the whole thing Gubby Gubby. I need to try and remember that for when it does happen. Okay, right, it's been a while. Let's actually do something. We are going to move our capital. Where is it right now, by the way? It's here? I don't like that. We're going to move it one province over here. To Kamchatka. Beautiful. And that could be the only thing we do for the next 10 years. How long until that bankruptcy runs out? Although if we get a fresh bit of bankruptcy just now... Hold on, how long until we go bankrupt again? Shortly, but our EAC colony is almost done. And when that's done, we might be able to just colonize the last one without going bankrupt. And then finally we'll be able to keep one colony going without going bankrupt. And then the Chavs will... Oh, I don't want it there. I want it in the other province. I might be able to get it if I remove the colonist from EAC and send it to Yakutak, but I can't remember if there was a trigger for having like 300 or so. I'm gonna have to look up that event. Alternatively, I can't see. EU4 is doing a strange thing where it actually is going over everything else. Can anyone else check it up? Marriageable women. What I'm thinking... Torch it. I'm thinking that perhaps if I remove our colonist from here, stop it. But no, I'll have faith in chance here. If I get a couple of ticks on EAC... 2 will do. No, it's not looking good. Yes, there is a population trigger. Curses. Come on, EAC, finish up. No, it's not looking good. Our marriageable women are going to be brought to EAC where we don't want them. We want them over in Yakutat. Oh, these odds are hurting me. They're hurting me bad. Right in the shekels. Curse you, marriageable women. Madosi says, hey Jake, I saw you needed money, so I subscribed. Well, welcome to the family, Madosi. You're right, I did miss that. Let's scroll it up and highlight it so everyone can see. Ta-da! Mere numbers. Shitat Chauviny shows holiday home. I'm not inspired, sorry. Yeah, we do need some better Shitatsu show related names. Shitatsu Shav... To the uninitiated, Shitatsu Sho is the very first ruler of Ryukyu, an actual historical individual. He had a feverish dream one night, and after that conquered the whole world. Empire, my foot. In fact, we've got Kensho right now, who, if I recall correctly, he really brought the cat out of the bag because he was a 6-shot guy. He won me a war or two. Maybe he was my general. I don't know. It's all wishy-washy now. Those 60 horrible hours in total, I think, if you watch it back to back. We bankrupt yet? Come on. Trying to lose here. Yeah, we'll go bankrupt soon enough, I'm sure. Jake, rename Los Angeles to Shitatsu Showtime. That I like. That I really like. Why no love for Shih Tzu Show? Shih Tzu Show was awful. He was a pale imitation of the great Shitatsu Show. I mean, sure, he had the monarch points, the skills to pay the bills, but nah, he wasn't for us. Shitatsu Show's Alaskan Tax Asylum. Rusto comes up with the good names. We won't honor Shitatsu Show with Alaska though. Alaska is just a dirt poor area that I don't really want to. I don't want to taint Shitatsu Show's good name with this horrible land. We need Gaspar Gomez back from Navarre. We've had a fair few characters over the years, I tell you what. Shitatsu Show's Golden Mountains. The thing is, we haven't found any gold in Alaska, not even black gold. Yeah, I was trying to find an old Scottish poem called Sammy the Snail. I remember a bit of it from my childhood, but I can't find it. I was going to say, since we have the downtime, I'll read out another Scottish poem, but I can't find one. Besides, nothing's quite as good as the puttock in my mind. You can always create Chavlifornia, Jake. Maximum number of allowed loans. But once we finish this colony, we're not really going to be losing much money anymore. So we might just be able to survive. No, probably not, actually. Jake Maria Theresa's family gene pool. Jake, this reminds me of the first 50 years of your Sunset Invasion stream. Well, that's the sad truth of it. It's a whole load of not much happening. But that's okay. I have... Ooh. That's something I finally get. I didn't think we'd be able to get over to that. I'd rather get the next dip tech, but maybe that would be pushing too much. Okay, well, I'll try to keep a lazy eye. Oh, dear. Not part of the plan. Should have been harshly treating those. I'll just have to accept the demands. There's no way at all that I could fight them. The horror. Oh, look at that. Still 75 autonomy. Cool. Lone Snow. And now I'm getting the message, Jake, your rebel faction. That shows that That shows the good old Twitch delay. The best. Jake Williams Winter Wonderland. That emote cracks me up every time I see it. He is truly the grottiest individual I think I've ever seen in a game. I'm sure he's a perfectly nice man. They must have taken real people's photos for it, but what an unfortunate looking photo. Oh, jeez. If I had to hang up a picture of him or O.J. Simpson on my wall, I'd choose Simpson. How close to bankruptcy? When that gets to 0, we'll be bankrupt because I've already hit the maximum amount of allowed loans. Sad but true. There's no real way to bank our points at the moment that I can think of. Especially now that culture... Ooh, that's right. We could still culture convert. Nah, it would take too long. I should have thought to do it earlier. But I didn't. Real people, I simply must meet Lucy. What makes you think Lucy is going to want to meet you? Check your not trucking privilege at the door. Call it Burberry for the Chavs. I'm being told to do a lot of things, but honestly, you know, reducing inflation is probably one of the smarter ones. And I should probably get this global empire thing finished off whilst we can. Can't think of anything else to do with it. Paradox fixed the exploit where you can get two national ideas at the same time. But I wonder to what degree they fixed it. There's a lot of things I would like to play around with it. A lot of things I'd like to do. Looking forward to reverse colonizing Europe. Okay, we could well be going bankrupt next month. What's the story? No, we have another month. Then I need to think what to do with our points before then. Certainly can't stamp down harsh treatment. I could increase stability by a fair chunk. Well, we're going to lose it anyway, so bang. At least then we won't be so hard done next time. Heck, we might not even go bankrupt. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, there is the dip as well. There's really no point in hiring anybody, no. Jeez. Can we even build buildings right now? That might be something worth doing. If I was thinking about now, we'd lose the buildings. So is that a reindeer? I don't think anybody told me, or I wasn't listening when people told me what this is. Although I'm quite keen to know. Name this run the Yellow Man's Burden. Yeah, AI, I knew are far outperforming me. If what the hell? Well. Wellity, wellity, well. I don't know if other people were watching that. How did that even happen? Taken by pretender rebs, liberated, and then Ainu took it. Didn't even have to take their capital, they just took Dewa and made it so. They probably can't even core it. I wonder if they could. Yeah, no way for me to say. I knew this would happen. Terrible. Truly terrible. Jake, pay down inflation. I could, but I'm barely losing money. I could get all the way to 3 stability. No, I rather think I couldn't. Yeah, let's pay down that inflation. And yes, Nothing I can do with my mill. It sucks to be Siberian. Oh, we've got more loans on the go. Okay. Quite a few, actually. Well, these are dark times for us. 042. Jeez, that zero's gonna hurt. We already plugged our focus into Diplo, meaning we get practically no admin. That's not so good, but we can fix that. We have the technology. We just don't want to spend a lot of money. Let's just extend that loan a bit. I'm sure no one's going to miss it. Just extend all those loans. No one's going to miss them. Is that some green in Alaska? This is a new nation that they've added. Haida. And they have Pacific Northwest ideas, which I don't know very well. Odd to see that none of these guys appear to be moving about. What a saviour. A gift to the state could help us out, but probably won't. We'll take it anyway. You have the technology and the money, except all the money is in negative equity. Why you gotta say such cruel things all the time? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. We'll just keep it simple. Alaska is full of chavs. I don't want to disgrace Shitatsu Show by naming him that horrible area up there. And now we can finally stop going bankrupt. Money is ours. We'll be able to get them to do the fighting for us. And we now have the colonial conquest on natives. Chavs tell us about felt hats. It's going to be good for them. They'll be able to make money at long last. Now, probably shouldn't jump the gun just yet. We'll need Chavs to build something up. Jake, that's one majestic flag. Chavs got the lucky part. They got the head. That's all they really need. Alright, so we're losing money pretty much entirely thanks to interest, but it's not that much money. It's not that much money at all. Still, these are dark times. Hmm. 28, huh? I see it now. Those are probably fake brand fur hats. You shouldn't have deleted your army, Jake. You could be looting other nations with them. I suppose you have a point, but... my army numbers... like most things, they are just numbers. Gee. Okay. I thought this would magically solve all my problems, but I'm not feeling that my problems are all solved. Do I have the range for California? No. I somewhat doubt that Chavs do, but at least Chavs can collect from their trade. And that trade comes back to me in forms of tariffs. Tariffs, huh? What's our tariff rate here? Well, it's only 10%. Okay, I'll be the first to admit things don't look so hot. No army, no way to afford an army. Probably gonna have to go bankrupt again. I knew we were getting too big for their boots, though. Let's make it so. Time to invade Ming. Ah, these guys. They come up with the best ideas. Dark times. The thing is, colonial nations can still declare war when they get to 100% liberty desire. So I certainly don't want to be playing around with that as a possibility. They just can't declare war from being hostile towards me, which... No, they're not hostile. In fact, they love me. Boy, do they love me. Jake, before you go bankrupt, remember to increase tariffs and pay off inflation. Thing is, I was expecting you to go bankrupt a while back, but it never happened. The thing is, whoever keeps giving us these loans, the spirit of Shitatsu, perhaps. Maybe it is all coming from Okinawa. They are, after all, our pagan brethren. They might be animist, but they are simply misguided heretics. Alright, we've got conquest of Ainu. How are we gonna deal with this? How are we gonna deal with this? He does have quite a few boats. But we have a few loans still left off, and when in doubt. Oh, he did manage to core Dewa. I guess it wasn't as far as I... Hold on. His technology... He's got Mill Tech 6. Ah, I think that's what they call not good news for me. LODS of EMONE. What's that spell? Loads of money. Deminative says, DDR Jake, why did you actually move your capital? Same continent, same trade node, I can't see a reason. I love it when people can't see the reason behind what I do. It just gives me that lovely, warm, fuzzy feeling. Alright, how's Chavs getting on? Are they ready for war yet? Well, if you can call that ready. She probably really can't. They start with trade ideas. Good luck with that. Okay. Oh, Malak have gone bankrupt. Probably foreshadowing for us. Yeah. Doesn't look so good. Jake, why is your ruler not a general yet? How good is he? Too shock. What's he gonna do? What could he even do? Well, speaking of things that people could do, we really aren't getting much money out of these, so let's really jam up those tariffs. Yeah. Hey, Chavs. I have an idea. Why don't you take Chavoni from me? That would be good, wouldn't it? Saves me the bother of having it. And whilst we're at it, I really don't need that one either. Here comes the Shavalanche! I like it. Yes, indeed. Whilst we're thinking about it, I never needed that province. Heck, I can even migrate now, but there's nowhere to go to. No longer even care for that culture. Yeah. I don't even deserve money. So, as they say, I'm out of here. I wonder if there's even anything else I can give you. Nope, well, it was a good ride, but I'm out of here. Huh, their liberty desire is too high. Too low, rather. But we can crank that up. Good thing we always have a backup plan with that regard. That had me sweating bullets for a little second. We'll play as them. Yes, we will. Thank God! Whew! Okay, it's about time I explain. I'm sure it's pretty obvious. I'm just switching to Chavs. I do not like playing as a Siberian Clan Council with plus 15% tech cost. No, I would far rather play as an administrative republic with minus 0.2 monthly autonomy change. So welcome to Chavs. Best thing, we get the good half of our coat of arms, so we're going for that. There is one little thing that I was maximum doki doki over. When you switch to playing as an ex-colonial nation, you don't know what government type you're going to get. I would have been fine with Administrative Republic, which is what I've got. I would have been fine with Merchant Republic, which you can get. Even Noble Republic, which you can get. But there is a chance that you get Administrative Monarchy, and that would have been no good, because our national idea... where am I looking here? Here we go, as a colonial nation, you get plus 0.5 Republican tradition, so thank goodness for that. Let's get our diplomat on the go. Now that we're free, the best thing we could really do is take over our former overlord. We have a staggering 2 men, our income is disasterific. But all in all, we're doing a lot better than bankrupt Chavs ever did. And we got cores on all the land that we took over from Chavs. Now we are well and truly Chavs. We are technologically blighted. And unfortunately, we only start off with these trade ideas, which we don't want. We're going to get rid of them and get a slight discount on them. Slight. And of course, we're going to have to take exploration since we need to expand, and we need to expand fast. Took a diplomat. Might as well plug into diplomatic focus. Is that what I want? No, I think we'll keep it balanced for now. And we are going to expand. But that will come at a later date because I'm going to pack it up now. You've bamboozled us. I didn't do anything really special here. I was thinking what I can do with Chavs, and all the while I was thinking I'd really rather play as a colonial nation. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to take over all of our former lands. We're just going to make our country better. In fact, a lot better. The downside is that we are still Chinese technology. We don't get that extra 15% malice from being a Siberian clan piece of garbage. Thank God we ended up administrative monarchy. That was maximum doki doki over that. Jake, didn't you gift yourself 200 gold? Where did it go? Looks like we started building some ships. Wait, where did it all go? Buildings? Armies? Navies? Honestly, where did it go? Maybe they had a loan to pay off? Who even knows? Ah, there it is. We're building a temple on our capital. Not on my watch, we're not. Like I said, we're finishing it up there. Jake, please give Hype Sweeper. I suppose I could indulge you in that. Like I said, EU4 is getting in the way of my everything here. What is up with that? Anyway, let's save that. Get rid of it. And bring up the true game of skill. I don't think that was very enlightening. I think it was a bit of a low trick to do, but it was what I wanted to do. I haven't played as a colonial nation before, so we're going to play as a colonial nation in Siberia. What fun. What fun. Oh, jeez. How do you even get out of this? Let's try somewhere else. Good night.